You've seen the photographs of Princess Diana wearing spectacular jewellery, but here's what you haven't been told. Most of it broke royal rules. That emerald choker she wore as a headband, a £20 million heirloom from Queen Mary. The Queen was furious. That sapphire engagement ring, picked from a catalogue, not custom. Royal circles called it the commoner's sapphire as an insult. Those bright red nails at state dinners? Against protocol. Nude polish only for royals. You see Diana's iconic jewellery moments, but nobody explains which rules she was breaking, or why the Queen was irritated, or how Diana got away with it. Today we're solving this, showing you 3 specific times Diana broke jewellery. Protocol, the exact rules violated, the palace reactions, and how she changed royal jewellery forever. Royal jewellery has rules, lots of rules. What you can wear, how you wear it, when you can wear it, and what you do with it after divorce. Royal brides before Diana followed these rules religiously. Queen Elizabeth wore gloves at every event. Princess Margaret never wore bright nail polish. Princess Anne returned jewellery gifts after her divorce. But Diana did things her way. She didn't just bend the rules, she broke them, publicly, repeatedly, and unapologetically. Some of her rule breaking was accidental, like the emerald choker headband. Some were deliberate, like the catalogue engagement ring. But all of it made the Queen irritated, made the royal family uncomfortable, and made Diana even more beloved by the public. Today, we're looking at 3 specific times Diana broke royal jewellery protocol. The rules she violated, the reactions from the palace, and how modern royals like Kate Middleton have followed in her footsteps. Let's start with the most famous. In 1985, Princess Diana walked into a gala in Melbourne wearing a priceless royal heirloom on her forehead. Let's start with the jewellery itself. The Queen Mary Emerald Choker. This piece was made in 1921 for Queen Mary. It features emeralds and diamonds that originally came from the ladies of India in 1911. They were part of the Delhi Durbar Parure, a massive set of jewellery created for Queen Mary's coronation in India. The Art Deco choker was created by Garrard's, one of the most prestigious royal jewellers. In 1981, when Diana married Prince Charles, Queen Elizabeth gave her this choker as a wedding gift. The choker was originally valued at £5.7 million. Today, it's worth approximately £20 million. The Queen was very fond of this piece. It belonged to her grandmother. It carried royal history, so when Diana wore it, wrong, the Queen noticed. Here's what happened in Melbourne. It's 1985. Diana and Charles are on a royal tour of Australia. They're scheduled to attend a gala dinner in Melbourne. Diana is getting ready. Diana mentioned having sunburn on her neck after spending time in the hot Australian sun. Despite this, Diana wanted to wear the emerald choker and diamond necklace that had been a wedding gift from her mother-in-law, Queen Elizabeth. Richard Dalton, the hairstylist of Diana, suggested an unconventional idea to stick emeralds in hair. He asked Evelyn, Diana's dresser, for a knicker elastic and turned the necklace into a headband. He carefully tied the elastic to the necklace, draped it around Diana's forehead, and secured it at the back, styling her hair to hold it in place. She walks into the gala with a £20 million royal heirloom across her forehead, like a headband. The photographs went everywhere. Diana dancing with Prince Charles, smiling, confident, the emerald choker sparkling on her forehead, and it looked spectacular. The Art Deco design actually worked as a headband. The emeralds caught the light. Diana looked young, fresh, different. But back in London, Queen Elizabeth saw those photographs. According to royal commentator Debora Attanasio, sources close to the Queen confirmed this. Having seen what Diana had done with it, Her Majesty became very irritated. Very irritated. That's royal speak for furious. This wasn't just any piece of jewellery. This was Queen Mary's. This was a wedding gift the Queen herself had given Diana, and now it was being worn incorrectly, disrespectfully. As a fashion accessory, she wore it again to her 36th birthday party at the Tate Gallery in July 1997. That was just a month before she died. She was still wearing this piece, the one that had made the Queen so irritated 12 years earlier. Diana proved something with that moment in Melbourne. Even if a rule break starts as an accident, you can own it, you can turn it into a statement. And here's the irony, That emerald choker is now worn by Catherine, Princess of Wales. Kate wore it to the Earthshot Awards in Boston in December 2022. Kate wore it properly, as a choker, around her neck. But the choice to wear it at all? That's honouring Diana. That's saying, I remember when you wore this as a headband. I remember when you broke the rules. So that's rule break number 1. The emerald choker headband. It started as an accident. It became a revolution. Now let's talk about a rule Diana broke deliberately from the very beginning. February 1981, Prince Charles proposed to Lady Diana Spencer. He gave her a choice. Royal jeweller Garrard brought a selection of rings. Some were custom designs, created specifically for Diana, one-of-a-kind pieces that only a princess could wear. Some came from the royal vault, historic rings that had belonged to other royals, pieces with provenance, with history. And one ring came from Garrard's catalogue. Diana chose that one. The ring featured a 12-carat blue sapphire surrounded by 14 solitaire diamonds, set in white gold. It was beautiful, bold, very blue. It cost £28,000 in 1981. That's about $60,000 in US dollars at the time. But here's the problem. That ring was in a catalogue, meaning if you had £28,000, you could walk into Garrard's showroom in London and buy the exact same ring, same sapphire, same diamonds, same design. A princess-to-be wearing jewellery that regular people could own. That was unacceptable. Royal tradition says engagement rings should be custom-made, designed specifically for the bride, or they should come from the royal vault, historic pieces with royal provenance. Diana's ring had neither. It was off the shelf. Catalogue jewellery. Royal circles started calling it the commoner's sapphire. Nasty nickname. The implication was clear. Diana chose a ring that commoners could buy. Some members of the royal family were reportedly unhappy with her choice. This wasn't how things were done. But Diana didn't care. She had her reasons. According to reports, Diana said she picked it because it reminded her of her mother's engagement ring, and because the sapphire was the same colour as her eyes. She chose it because she wanted it, not because of history, not because of provenance, not because it connected her to Queen Victoria or Queen Mary. She just liked it. That's revolutionary. Royal brides don't pick jewellery because it matches their eyes. They pick pieces with historical significance, pieces that connect them to the monarchy, pieces that say, I'm part of this institution now. Diana picked what she wanted, and that terrified them. But here's where it gets even more interesting. After Diana and Charles divorced in 1996, protocol said she should return royal jewellery gifts, especially the engagement ring. Diana kept wearing it. She wore it through 1996. She wore it in 1997, right up until a few months before she died. She broke the divorce protocol too. That ring is now worn by Catherine, Princess of Wales. When Prince William proposed to Kate in 2010, he used his mother's engagement ring. And every time Kate wears it, which is almost every day, she's wearing Diana's choice, Diana's rule break, Diana's rebellion. The commoner's sapphire is now one of the most famous engagement rings in the world, worth an estimated £300,000 today. Diana was mocked for choosing it. Now everyone wants one. So that's rule break number 2, choosing a catalogue ring instead of a custom piece, and then keeping it after divorce when protocol said to return it. Now let's talk about a smaller rule break, one that seems trivial, but it wasn't. The royal family has strict rules about nail polish, no bright colours, no flashy shades, only light pink, nude or clear polish. This rule applied to Queen Elizabeth, to Princess Margaret, to Princess Anne, to every female royal at formal events and public appearances. The thinking was, bright nail polish draws attention. It's too bold, too flashy. Royals should blend in, not stand out. Queen Elizabeth preferred pale pink shades, very subtle, very proper. Diana wore bright red. She wore red nail polish to state dinners, to galas, to official functions where she was representing the royal family. And she paired it with bright blue eyeliner. Another protocol violation. Royal makeup was supposed to be natural looking. Brown eyeliner, neutral tones. Diana wore blue, bright blue, visible blue. These seem like small things. Nail polish, eyeliner, who cares? But in the rigid world of royal protocol, it mattered, because rules aren't just about jewellery. They're about control, about conformity, about everyone looking and acting the same way. Diana's red nails said, I don't conform. When the BBC interviewed Diana in 1995, she made a statement that explained everything. She said, "I don't go by a rule book, 5 words." A complete philosophy. She wasn't trying to disrespect the Queen. She wasn't trying to destroy the monarchy. She was simply being herself, and being herself meant red nails, blue eyeliner, catalogue engagement rings, emerald chokers as headbands. The royal family wanted Diana to follow every rule, to be the perfect princess, to look and act exactly as they expected. Diana said no. And here's the fascinating part. That red nail polish rule still exists today. Kate Middleton almost always wears nude or pale pink polish. She follows the protocol. There are rare exceptions. Sometimes she wears a slightly darker shade, but she generally stays within the rules. Meghan Markle pushed back a bit. She wore darker polish occasionally, but nothing like Diana's bright red. Diana's rebellion in this area didn't change the rule, but it showed the rule could be broken, that you could survive breaking it, that the monarchy wouldn't crumble because of red fingernails. So that's rule break number 3, red nail polish and blue eyeliner at formal events, when protocol demands neutral tones, only small acts, but significant. So what do these 3 rule breaks teach us? 3 ways Princess Diana broke royal rules. The emerald choker is worn as a headband. The catalogue engagement ring chose a ring anyone could buy instead of a custom piece or royal heirloom, then kept it after divorce when protocol said to return it. The red nail polish wore bright colours to state dinners and official events when royal protocol demanded nude or light pink only, told the BBC. I don't go by a rule book. Here's the pattern. Diana didn't break rules to be difficult. She broke them to be herself. She wore jewellery she loved. She chose pieces that meant something to her. She refused to follow protocols that felt restrictive. And the Queen was irritated. The royal family was uncomfortable. But the public? The public adored her for it, because Diana proved something important. You can respect tradition without being imprisoned by it. Her legacy lives on today. Kate Middleton wears Diana's engagement ring every day. The catalogue ring that was mocked is now iconic. Kate wore the emerald choker to the Earthshot Awards. The piece Diana wore as a headband is now worn with honour. Meghan Markle wore Diana's aquamarine ring on her wedding day. The ring Diana commissioned after her divorce as a symbol of independence. Diana didn't just break rules for herself, she broke them for future generations. She proved you could be royal and be yourself. You could follow some protocols and ignore others. You could wear jewellery however you wanted. And the monarchy survived. It adapted, because Diana forced it to. The red nails, the headband, the catalogue ring. They weren't just fashion choices, they were freedom. Which rule break was most significant? The headband that made the Queen furious? The catalogue ring that royal circles mocked? Or the red nail polish that broke protocol at every event? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If this investigation into Diana's jewellery rebellion fascinated you, the next video reveals royal tiaras that were deliberately destroyed to make new ones. Queens who dismantled priceless pieces for diamonds. History erased for fashion. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Hit that notification bell, because royal jewellery isn't just about sparkles. It's about power, about control, about who gets to break the rules and get away with it.